So you might be getting that free 95 or 96 Super Bowl pass player. There's a few options to pick from. Let's jump right in. Here, what's good, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Rob, aka Roboto. So if you are like me and many other players out there, you should be getting this free 95 or 96 overall Super Bowl pass player due to the make rights for the rerolls. So in this video, we're gonna go over the best options for that. We'll also touch on everything to do with the free 95 as well. Kind of do two at once here, both for the first downs rewards and also the make rights. So we'll kind of do it two at once, all right? But before we jump into all that, just want to let you know, if you are new here, I appreciate you for stopping by. If you'd be so kind as to hit the subscribe button down below, notification bell right next to it. Get notified anytime I'm live here on this channel with new content. And if you like what you see in this video, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It helps a whole lot in supporting this channel. And last but not least, in the comment section down below, let me know who you picked with your free player, either a 95 or a 96, and let me know what your thinking was behind the pick. Let's jump right in. So this video, we're gonna get right to the point here. Long story short, this random 86 plus Super Bowl pass player reroll was broken coming into the Super Bowl pass portion of the Super Bowl promo. Now, currently, this 86 plus Super Bowl pass, and we talked about this in a video earlier today, this is not spitting out 94s. So if I was you, I'd dip my toe in this at least once, get a roll in there. Even if you get an 86, even if you get an 88, you're not promised a 94 or 95, 96. But even if you get something, just dip your toe in, because precedent has been set basically with these rerolls. If something's broken, they might be able to give us a make right. So I don't think it's a bad idea to dip your toe in this at least once and get a free 94 out of it. Potentially, again, potentially, it's just an idea, just based on what they just did for us. And the reason I'm thinking that is because we got this make right today. So if you rolled that reroll at all since the start of this promo up until yesterday when they took it out of packs, then you have this right now in your binder or in your pack inventory, I guess you could say, right? Now, I do know everybody might not have that reroll, but if you got to tier 5 right here, as you see, 95 overall Super Bowl pass hero fantasy pack, you got to tier 5 here and you're winning drive rewards or on your first downs, either one, first downs 5, tier 5, play the solo, all that good stuff. Right here, your 95 overall Super Bowl pass hero, it is a part of this as well. So stick around and watch for the 95s, because you can do stuff with the 95s and the 96s, put them together for sets, and basically get halfway done with one set for a card that's pretty expensive or a pretty good card, either Fridge or Joe Namath. Nat Super Bowl Pass Hero Fantasy Pack, okay? Now, we went over this earlier in the video this morning, recapping everything to do with GMM. Basically, long story short, these cards are going to be Nat. They're going to quick sell for one training, but they are going to be able to go into sets. So keep that in mind there. So there's three thoughts, I guess, to process here when it comes to picking one of these players, right? You could absolutely, number one, pick a player that you're going to replace either on your team or either in some power-up path to basically make coins off that card you already got, right? You could definitely do that. I think a lot of people are doing that already today, so I wouldn't suggest that. Number two, what you could do is pick the best player that you want. Maybe you don't have any of these guys on your team and you want to try out Bob Sanders, you want to try out Keenan McCardle. You can do that as well. Try it out, give it a whirl, but remember, it quick sells for one training. So the pick you make here, you're probably gonna have to do some smart thinking behind it, right? So that leaves me down to three options, okay? Now, all these options are solid. Overall, all these options are solid, right? But out of all the 95s, if I had to pick any 95, I'm gonna go here and pick Brandon Cooks. Now, Brandon Cooks, if I was picking a 95 here, 95 overall, 95 speed, he has 93 catch. Right here, his deep route running is 93. So he's hitting thresholds on basically everything, and he's speedy. He has a couple good deep teams. So Brandon Cooks, not a bad option there for the 95s. As we progress down the 95s as well, the other good option here is Dave Deal, for the simple fact that it's a lineman. You can just put it in there, set it, forget it. He's there for the rest of the year pretty much. And you can have a free left guard at a 95 overall, potentially higher if you have a power up. If you put him through chems, I will let you know if you are a Giants fan, put him up through. As you see, he's right above my head here. This is how he looks fully powered up through his power progression there. So Deal is pretty solid as a lineman. He's over 90 on all the stats there. So the 95s, I think there's only two picks there. If all things were equal and you didn't have to pick somebody for theme teams, I'd pick either Brandon Cooks or Dave Deal. Now, If you are picking somebody for a theme team, if you're a Bears, Rams, Patriots fan, absolutely pick somebody who you would like to fill out your roster. Trey Flowers here for Patriots fans probably isn't a bad choice there at right end. Obviously, you got a guy there, Richard Seymour, I think that might get a upgrade soon. So keep an eye out for that there. So maybe Trey Flowers is a pick there just as a long-term play. You have him on the squad. He can sit there forever. I think Lions fans also would want Trey Flowers. Same thing with Littleton, Raiders, Rams. Cooks, like I said, has a bunch of theme teams. James White, I believe, is only Patriots. Doesn't have a power-up as well there. So keep that in mind. All these guys have power-up except for James White. Which leads me down here to McCardle and Bob Sanders, okay? So obviously these two of the 96s, we went over the 95. So once again, if you want the best 95 options, it's either Cooks or Dave Deal, with Trey Flowers, I guess, third, White fifth, and then the linebackers last because they're linebackers. The deal here with these two guys, if I had to pick one out of two, I would pick Bob Sanders. I think he's overall the better player. So Bob Sanders comes here, he's 5'8". So keep that in mind here, he's 5'8". If we compare him here to 5'11" Eric Weddle, Bob Sanders has 94 speed, just like Weddle there. 96 tackle, 95 pursuit. If you compare him to Landon Collins here, another similar 96, same speed. Tackle's a little bit higher for Sanders, but Collins has him on man, whereas Sanders has him on zone. So keep that in mind there. Bob Sanders, not a bad card at all. He's a little bit better than Isaiah Simmons here too. I mean, the speed is a little bit off with Bob, but Bob does have a power up, right? So you can get that speed up there. You can put different chems on him. So might not be a bad idea to pick Bob Sanders here because he's probably the best out of the two options. Keenan McCardle isn't bad either. And McCardle gets a bunch of theme teams too, right? So if you're a theme teamer, you want Keenan McCardle, I don't think it's a bad option at all, but you just have to keep in mind there, he's coming in at 93 speed, and that's stock pretty slow in comparison to a bunch of the guys we have right now, right? Steve Smith, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss on my team are all faster than him by at least 2 or 3. One here in Rice, but 3 for Steve Smith, Randy Moss. The route running there is pretty solid there, 92, but I mean, he's not touching any of my guys there on route running. Short, medium route, above 90, it's fine, it's solid. If you want McCardle, that's fine, but the main crux here of these 96s, I think, in my opinion, would be to complete a set in mind, right? Either the fridge set or the Joe Namath set, okay? So I already did the Joe Namath set, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick Bob Sanders because for me, that's gonna help me finish the fridge set. Now, all that being said, could it decrease the price of fridge right now? Yeah, very well could. The price of fridge could be super cheap right now. Same thing with Joe Namath. Could the price of Joe Namath be super cheap? Yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day, it's one training here. And if I put him in the set here, hopefully, I don't know what the return is on the 96 when we come back, but hopefully when we get the 96, 95, 90, all that back, the training here on this Nat will be half like it is normally. Hopefully it's not still 1, but we'll see when we try it out, all right? So I went with Bob Sanders, that's my pick. Again, to recap, the 95s, the best choices out of there, probably Brandon Cooks or Dave Deal. An honorable mention there to Trey Flowers. And out of the 96s, Bob Sanders, I think, is a better player card than Keenan McCardle, but I understand if you pick McCardle as well. I don't think there's any bad choices out of these. If you have a reason for picking somebody, that's your reason, and I truly do support that. I just want to make sure you guys know all the options here and what everybody brings to the table, okay? So that's my thoughts, that's my opinions on it. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.